would you like to ride home on a real cowboy? I got a six-pack of cold ones on ice, and my room is out all night, so you can scream my name as loud as you need to, sugar.
Shit! Time to leave. Oh, shit.
Fuck out of here, man.
Everybody be ready, as incoming. Om nom nom. Thank you for the tasty flight. The people are in a time for chaos. Om nom nom. Thank you for the tasty flight. The people are back.
Well, hello, hello, hello. Hi. How you doing? But hi, how's everyone? Okay, I saw you're lurking. Thank you so much for dropping by and dropping a lurk. It's very much appreciated. Oh my gosh, it's the baddest bitch themselves. Hi. I'm a bad bitch, very cutesy, very demure. See how I don't come in and just blab a lot? Very cutesy, very demure. I'm joking because I come in and I blab a lot. But hi, people. Very mindful, very demure-sy. I don't come in with a green cat crease. I listen, demure talk. It's just all I hear, and I love it. I missed having like a trend like this. But hi Jabs, how are you doing? Glad to hear you're feeling better and glad to see you're enjoying the music and that you were excited for the game. I am very excited for this game. Listen, the moment somebody was like, oh, because all I think of every time I read anything about vampires is they must have so much trauma. I kind of want to help them. And since I am your like somebody saw my natal chart and went, oh, you are therapy friend deluxe. Hi, Elisa. Hello. Love you. That's a bestie, but still Elisa. So yeah, I truly, truly believe that those people are filled with trauma and that they need some help getting over it. And here I am. Hi, yeah, you cannot live for eternity as an undead and not have trauma. 100%. One of my favorite, I don't know if you guys do a lot of single person TTRPGs, but one of my favorite ones is called 100-Year-Old Vampire, and it's a book. And basically, you play with the book and a dice, and you go through, basically, as you roll your dice, it will send you to different pages in the book, creating a new story for your vampire as they slowly forget who they were as a human, and the people that they knew die through the years, and what that does to their psyche. And I really, really enjoyed it. Also because I wrote down a whole diary based on it, so that it kind of just gives my own perspective on that. And this gives me the idea that it's something similar that can be done about it. But yeah, so I'm very, very excited for this game. Elisa knows. I've been talking about it for ages. And since right now, apparently, I am having my kick in visual novels, I thought let's continue. Okay, so just to let you know, like, just a description of the game. It's a narrative adventure that goes down like the path of like What We Do in the Shadows and The Horror Works by Mel Brooks and Monty Python and Horrible Histories. So this is like, it's funny, okay? It's going to be funny. However, there are potentially triggering topics that are going to be discussed in a historical context, such as war, abuse, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, and addiction. So I will put... Hi, Millie! Hi, Millie! How are you? But thank you for the bits. You don't have to. I appreciate your existence just being here without the bits, but they're 100% like accepted. Thank you. You're too sweet. I love you so much, Billy. And your mug is very cute. I like it. So that's also why I wanted to add the triggers here. I will pin it until the end of stream so that people that come in just know that this might be discussed. In the end, we are therapists for vampires, for people that have lived hundreds of years. Those are going to be the discussions. Yeah, the game itself just tries to be engaging with it and thought-provoking. That's what they say. And, like, a funny way to process trauma. But yeah, just be fair, like, just be aware that some stuff is going to be sensitive. Oh my god, Jabs! Thank you for the beaties! Thank you! You don't have to, and look at those tiny hearts just pulsating there. They're so cute. Well, thank you. You don't have to. Guys, take care of your money. You don't have to spend them on me. I appreciate it, but you don't have to, okay? Take care of yourself first. But yeah, I'm very excited about this game. Let me just, okay, now I get, I want to say, let me turn up the audio of the game. And pause the music. Millie! God damn it. Oh wait, I'm still a chef. I don't need to be a chef. Hi. Hat? Chef hat? Yeah, hi. I need you to be gone. Yes. Okay. Hi. Chef therapist Leo. Sure. God. Millie, are you a brat? Millie? Because you know I know what to do with brats. No, I don't. I actually don't really enjoy brats in real life. But, Millie! Okay. Fine. I'll just ignore you. Would that help more? God damn it. You wish! I hate this. Oh, Jabs! Yeah, Millie is just here to make us all hot and bothered. That's her job. That's her job. God damn it, Millie. Why are you so hot? It's not fair. Why do you live so far away? What did I want to do? I was going to say... Millie! Is that the tax for being hot? Is that your hot tax, Millie? Thank you for the bits. Again, don't have to. Jesus. I was here trying to look for a pair of glasses for my PNG because I'm a therapist now. Glasses, PNG, transparent. I need to say it out loud. Biscuit and a cuppa, that's your tax. Oh, okay. Okay. I get it. Okay. What type of glasses do we need? We need, like, nerdy glasses, but, like, not too nerdy. If I don't find them, we're just going to go without. I should have thought about this before, but I literally woke up 10 minutes ago from a nap. I woke up like me all flustered. What do you mean? No, I'm not redirecting at all. What are you saying? No. Me? You must imagine things. 100%. No. Whatever do you mean? God damn it. Yeah, I'm convinced. I am convinced. You? Eh. Wait. I'm trying to search for glasses, people. Good morning. I hate you all. It's not true. I don't like feelings. Was it a good nap? It was supposed to be an hour-long nap, but then I just kind of crashed. I woke up from the hour nap, and my body was like, what if you take another hour nap? And that's how it turned into a 3-hour nap. As one usually does, you know? Okay, I have these glasses that actually kind of look like my glasses in real life, so I think we're going for these ones. Yeah, so I need to go here and get them. Okay. Okay. I'm going to buy a ticket. Just flying in. Leonard, how do you even know where I live? Shh. I just found you, okay? Just found you. I just followed. Okay, okay. Good. Let me... computer? I have downloaded the glasses. May I please add them? Please? Pretty please. Nice. It's like, you know, when you have the guy that texts you at 11:11 because it's like for the spiritual girlies that are like, oh, what, like, oh, it means it's a sign. Instead, for me, is that if a person texts me and their battery is at 69%, I'm like, does that mean it's like fate that we fuck? Like, guys, I am calm. I'm fine. Do I have my... no, I don't. I'll go put them on, Elisa, because I know you're going to tell me off, because yesterday my eyes were hurting. I'll be right back, people. Just listen to the violin. It is fate. Can't tell me otherwise. Do I actually believe in fate? Not really, but anyway. Okay. Do I have to add you this way? Is this what you're telling me? Glasses. Okay. Browse. You're making it so... Computer. I thought you were better than this. Okay. So the glasses are now here. But they're too black. They're too black. Which is a funny thing to say from me. Too black. But anyway. We have glasses. It's fine. You're being nice. My eyes need protection from all the flirting. Oh, I do now? I do believe in fate now? Okay. Sure. I'll take that. Yeah, I know you don't want me to be in pain later. It's fine. I have the glasses on in real life and my PNG. We can always pass the glasses to Pickle. I have too many pets with similar names. Okay, but without any further ado, I think we can get started on the game. Guys, let's go. Yeah, again, the trigger warnings that are also pinned in chat, I just copied it from their website. So, vampire therapies explores or touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, and of course, death. These may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers. We recommend that readers with a history of trauma related to any of these topics approach the game with caution. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes, Strong language is also present. Vampire Therapist was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but it should not be considered a substitute for therapy, unless you're a vampire. And if one of you in chat is a vampire, I can be your Capri Sun whenever you want me to. Just let you know. Just let me know. Because then, if I turn into a vampire, I can also turn Elisa and Amber into vampires. For reasons. Anyway, keep going.
My name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man. Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire. Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit. That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace. After they passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found revelation. What I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think. Anywho, as the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them.
Wouldn't that be cool, Elisa?
They still have the same
Reasons, yes, Millie, reasons.
Good thing I'm a quick draw. But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old. He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers. I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some
Game volume up. Let's see.
Now it's time to give back. Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
Wait, actually, yeah, I raised it here. And I can still raise it a bit over here.
Well, I think this is the address. Number 27.
How does it feel now?
Flitter Mouse Streeb?
It's a double S, that's Strass.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here. Wait a minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
I can go up more.
Guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English?
That's an amazing pronunciation. Have fun, Millie.
Yeah, hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Okay, I love that this is mostly... You can hear it. Great. Just love that this is mostly voiced. I was like, I don't know if I need to read again as much as yesterday. I think also because I'm used to get like, you know, different games, different volumes. Let's hope not. Really? I need to speak to Andromachos. I'm not here to party.
I'm looking for Andromachos.
You mean the club owner? Yeah, that is why we are here.
If you're lucky, he will invite us to the private party at the end of the night.
Well, what happens there?
I think maybe it is too kinky for Americans to hear.
For American ears. Let's talk about the club.
Well, what's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever. You are free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
And I hear that they are now attracting sexy old cowboys.
Shh, Maxie, he is old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh, come on now. You're just flattering me. I'm only a couple 100 years old.
Oh mein Gott, he is so cute, Reinhard. Can I keep him?
Oh my gosh, she wants to keep me? Hi. Let me ask. Yeah, Pistolize for help, Millie.
I don't think what I'm wearing will fit the dress code.
The cowboy look is total sexy, but you will get a bit sweaty.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
Good thing we run a little on the cold side, huh?
Don't worry, my Liebling. We make each other warm.
Reinhard, stop. Don't scare the American. I want to do that.
Maxi Liebchen, you're so naughty tonight.
No, you are the naughty one.
Oh, I definitely ain't an American no more.
I love that these are the first people we meet.
I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
Oh, here are them kind of vampires.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it. It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think. Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of. There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown. And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine. I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there. I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Okay. Let's see our notes. Oh, yes, by the way. Before I forget. If not done so yet today, click on this link to support Palestine. Okay, collected notes of Sam Walls, private property, do not read, reward if found, cowboy bloodsucker at vmail.com. Love it. I found this old notebook, figured I'd take it with me to Europe. I figure it will help me organize my thoughts. I'll separate it into sections so I can jump to them right quick. That way, when it needs to get in a particular section of my notes, all I gotta do is hop over in that section, easy as falling off a horse. And falling off a horse is real easy. Okay, bookmarks. Okay, cognitive distortions, my clients, my rambling. So, cognitive distortion. Yeah, so this is what he just said literally out loud. So a real vampire can think in a funny way sometimes, like reality right in front of us, and we just can't see it. Heck, pretty sure it's all humans who do that, not just vampires. We do think funny thinking in particular ways, so I figured I'd write them down so I don't forget them. I'll include examples so I can remember how they work. Okay, so high noon mind, sometimes things can seem black and white, win or lose, famine or feast, live or die. Like everything's a big showdown. It can feel like we've got only two options: win in the day or ending up in a stake at the heart with a stake in the heart. That's high noon mind. Thinking in extremes and ignoring all in between. So if we can get the best saddle, my butt's gonna break, ain't no doubt. Okay, so in this case, I think this is what he's referring to that they are doing. Hainunin, like they cannot have fun unless they get in the club. Saloon thinking, a lot of us bloodsucker have a habit of either feeling responsibility or sole control of the feeling or feeling completely hopeless. Think usually neither is true. Feeling hopeless don't mean we are powerless, and feeling untouchable don't mean we're invincible. That's saloon thinking either way. With my dark powers, vampires shall dominate the mortal world. Okay, perfect. Then hot branding, with vampires sometimes call themselves awful names. I'm a failure, I'm unlikable. It's like burning ourselves with a big old branding iron. Every time we look at ourselves, we keep seeing those names. Hot branding is just calling ourselves names that do no good. I missed that shot, I'm such a butterfingers. Okay. And that's other stuff. So right now they're doing high noon.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sexy American talks.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Maybe I'll have a little word with him. Excuse me, friend. I hear you're the man to talk to around these parts.
Hello?
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Have fun, mate.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Cowboy, what about us?
Bring them joy, dash their hopes. I don't think they're vampires though. Their eyes, our eyes are red, theirs are not. Is this a vampire only club? Yeah, sure, come in.
Yeah, sure, they're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah. Dang, awful loud in here.
Come on, my liver, dance with us.
Oh, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this. I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is. But pardon me, ma'am.
Well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s.
I love her.
What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
I never drink Red Bull. I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
Okay, so this is just hot branding.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are.
Yeah, Gopher was a very specific one. Like, I get he's a cowboy, but he's lived 200 years. He must have learned other ways of talking. You know?
Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for booze.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some goths, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
Yeah, they weren't vampires.
So all these people are mortals?
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience. He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
Bert?
You met him already. Bert,
Hi, werewolf.
shuffle on over here.
Hello. How are you doing? Thank you for the bits. How's the day going? Hope you're well. I'm looking at vampires and then there is a vampire in my ear. Great day. Hi, Bert.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
I'm in love with Crimson. Can I date her?
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
Thankfully, they put in the thing where you can. Oh god. I sneezed and threw a grenade. Holy shit.
Oh, it's a sneeze grenade again. Hi, glad you're feeling better.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, playing a vampire game. I think we kind of share that interest.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
Everybody be ready, ads incoming.
The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
I can help myself.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson. We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Hello? Daddy? Hi. Hello. Hi.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
How you doing? Hi. Again, I asked the question, is there dating in this game?
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless.
We share a lot of things. Our thoughts, our emotions, our bodies, and what else? I think that's it. Oh, and our non-binary husband. That's what we share.
Please, sit down.
Andromacha's hot.
What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
I love that Elisa, like the delay Elisa has, mostly because then I'm just like, I forget what I said and I read her replies and I'm like, what the fuck did I say? Oh yeah, right, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Look at that smile!
Oh yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something. And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Yes, Sam.
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
Oh, you're sending when the hot vampire giggled. It's okay. It's okay. You're fine. I love you, even with your work delay. We're getting actual therapy stuff. Cool.
Cognitive whoozy what now?
Cognitive whoozy? Sure.
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
Okay, I will explain.
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard.
Okay, that's...
Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling.
Millie? You're okay. 15, it's a number that ends with 5. Yes, it's odd, but it's a 5 number. You know? Those tend to be fine. Listen to me, I'm autistic, it's fine.
You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill.
Also, I heard notes were created. Oh, we renamed it as labeling. Okay. You're okay. You're fine, Millie.
For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin.
Hot.
But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements. I am so old, I am ancient.
Well, that's true. It's not negative.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Also, I just want to describe you guys how I am finding this funny now. Mostly because, okay, so you guys know I've been diagnosed with autism fairly recently. It's been like a little over a month. And I just got my report about like how specifically it affects me. And I have so many issues with social subtext.
The people are in a time for chaos.
Okay, thank you, Pickles. Like, just with the subtext of, like, people speaking. And so I am here just like, am I actually playing this game so I can learn more about how people think? And that's a probably.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Yeah, saloon thing.
I realized that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time.
No, thanks, Millie. Like, 100%, like, now that I have a name to put for it, I am learning also how to communicate a lot of stuff to the people around me, which is very helpful. But yeah, you know, it's just the beginning of the, you know, I had the typical pipeline of gifted kid, burnout in late 20s, and now diagnosed with autism. So I am 1 in a million. I'll just get there. Like, it's fine. It's, you know, it's okay. But yeah, another person on the spectrum. We're just gravitating towards each other.
It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey.
Spectrum.
Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between
the people are back.
The twin excesses of
Welcome
arrogance
back,
and
people.
self-pity.
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush.
He's just beautiful.
What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy. Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. Maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
Yeah, sure. Always in control.
Oh, you're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful, but the cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos.
Oh, is that how you say your name? Andromachos. Okay.
Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative. Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one. The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
That is true and sad.
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
That lonely forever is not a control fallacy. You're not talking about control. That's black and white thinking. Elisa just coming in hot.
I shall never feel the warm sun upon my skin again. You didn't catch my control The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
Well, that sounds like one of them control fallacies. With all eternity, heck,
okay.
I think you could do something to save the sun.
I applaud your optimism and ambition, Samuel, but some things we must be prepared to accept, and the death of my kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
Oh, okay. Does that count as control because he's saying lonely forever and instead of actually finding friends?
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you could always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting for a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Samuel is so cute. It's just like, I'm so sorry about your cat. And I'm like, God, I love himbos. This is what he feels like.
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent. But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Aw.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
Aw, I like a man that kills people when their cat is dead.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do-or-die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
Zeke. Hi, Zeke. How are you? Welcome in. Glad to have you. Hope your day's going well. Oh my god. Yeah, but mimics are cute. Just adopt them. They're fine. Yeah, it's an interesting game title. We are literally a vampire who's a therapist for other vampires. This is us. We're the cowboy.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling.
This is
I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder.
Oh, glad your day has been okay so far.
But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marcus Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
Okay, Marcus Aurelius as just thrown in as a name of an old friend?
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
Yeah.
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marky was a bedroom name.
Bedroom? Sir!
You mean you and the Emperor were...
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
Hey, yo.
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon mine.
As if here in Europe, we're just like, yeah, fuck everything and everybody. Like, I know I talk a lot about sex, people. That's me. It's not Europe.
I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Is it black and white thinking? Oh, hi, Ty. Hi, lovely. How are you? Hope your day's going well. So now in Nosferatu thinking. Yeah, so black and white, win or lose. Okay.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful.
Also, aren't we getting a new Nosferatu movie soon? With Lily something Depp. I don't remember her full last name. She's in it. Thank you for redeeming your daily fly.
Om nom nom. Thank you for the tasty fly.
Pickles is going to use it
Om
to
nom
make
nom.
unspeakable
Thank you
things.
for the tasty
Thank you.
fly.
Thank you, Lisa, for redeeming your daily fly. Thank
Om
you,
nom
Zeke.
nom. Thank you for the tasty fly.
Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Well, yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it. If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
Well, that is true. You're a vampire.
Death eventually comes for us all.
That is true.
You're sucking Fortnite?
We'll drink cola. Yippee! Thank you for the hydrate. Let me drink some of my coffee. Thank you. Coffee has been drank.
Mortals will always fear our kind.
I think the other two were wrong. This one seems this one seems right.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not? Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
Ooh. I have my French press. It was half a liter of coffee and I'm slowly going through it. I'm very happy. It's my afternoon coffee. Well, it's 7 o'clock. Does it count as evening now?
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Labeling.
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves.
Millie just being there, being a menace. God damn it.
As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges. One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
Calling you a menace, and him just like, oh, but Millie's sweet. Yes, Millie is sweet, very sweet, but also a menace. Should be scared of Millie.
Huh. I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking.
This is very much a tutorial.
I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin. If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
You're a sweet Millie. You're a sweet bean. Damn you. Okay, so this is not labeling. It's not about control? I think, is it black and white thinking? The panic. Okay, so by the vampire, now they have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn. Oh, is it control?
Well, there's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another.
Yes, I got it.
I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
Okay, I know that this is labeling, but I also would like to call myself the scourge of the Mediterranean.
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia. It was most stifling. Let me try another then.
Stifling?
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
Oh, no, wait. This is some extreme thinking. Nope.
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up...
There's gotta be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object to me anyway. Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
Also what, Millie?
Anything. I'm here to learn.
You must receive therapy yourself. Or have you seen clients without a commitment to your own mental health?
Thank you for donating that to Zeke, Millie. God damn you. You're too sweet. But thank you. You don't have to. You're too kind. But now at least you're at an even number. So I don't have to fear you again.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, Millie, I can finally be fine and calm.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this, old cowpoke.
Yes? Yes. Oh my god, hi, Rotten! Hi, friendship! How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Great to have you here. Yes, Millie, I'm certain. God, I'm scared again. But hi, sweetie. Oh, you just woke up? Well, good morning. Hope you had good sleeps. Hope you're having breakfast. Yeah, 100% Millie. God. Jesus. Millie. Oh, God damn you, Millie. Thank you for gifting the sub to Rotten. I'm also glad you finally fixed your sleep schedule. God damn you, Billy. And now it's an odd number again. I have to live in fear.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance, drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
All right then, Andromachos.
Andromachos.
Andromachus. It's like when like I enter any American stream and they just go Lionor. And I'm like, sure. No fear? Okay. I can relax. Fine. But yeah, of course, you know that I'm joking and that I'm being silly.
Hey, Andromachus.
Sam.
Just call me Andy.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Andy? So can I write your name on me and then I'm your property? What? Did I say something? Was I a simp for a second?
Dang, look at all them mortals, sweating, blood pumping. I am
happy
thirsty.
that people forget that I have a simp counter.
Get me on the dance floor. Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
To be fair, should I go into simp jail? Did I simp too hard earlier? Okay, I deserve to go to jail once.
You are such a simp. Go to jail.
Okay, I went to jail. Yes. See, I put myself in jail. I know when I cross the line. But yeah, if I'm ever a simp, you guys just need to remember !simp plus. I'm sorry.
If it isn't Clint Eastwood again, how'd it go, cowboy?
Oh my gosh, it's Clint.
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I better get used to things around here.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
I love you so much, Crimson. Do you wanna hold my hand?
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
That's Crimson. She's hot.
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
And she sleeps with Andy? Oh my god. So, are you guys looking for a third? Yeah, the spider arm tattoo is beautiful.
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar, found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Dang, must have been a sight.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain.
I think I need to pick up, climbing. No reason in particular. The strong hands, yeah.
We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula. But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Reinhard, look, it's the sexy old guy again.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you'll definitely get lucky.
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
Okay, I'll pay. Oh, these are all rejections, I think. Yeah, because they are not my type. Alcohol is bad for them. You don't have the money. They can support themselves. Yeah, I was also like, let me bite your necks. But Sam has put up a boundary. He doesn't like them. So... I'm sorry, guys. You're not my type. You're Leonor's type, not Sam's type.
I ain't buying you a drink. You ain't exactly my type.
Oh, we don't want to marry you. We just want to have fun with you.
Reinhard, a no is a no. You should accept it.
You kids are too much. I ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have all the sexy old men.
All right, I'll bite. Which of them old men are sexy?
I like Hamilton. His posture is just so powerful.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do you Americans say, a snack?
That's not what I was expecting out of this conversation. Yeah, exactly. Sam said he wasn't interested. Just go.
I ain't buying you a drink. This stuff's terrible for you.
Yeah, they talking about the people on the monies that the Americans have.
Are you making a joke? We are at a bar.
It's okay. He's just trying to be protective. Aren't you, Opa?
You know, I think the drinks here ain't strong enough for you two. I ain't buying you a drink. I think I'd be insulting your economic status.
Mein Lieber, don't worry about us. We just like to feel special. We have lucrative jobs in IT.
Of course.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you can help me. See, my printer died again. I'm getting real tired of these things.
Oh, please, we are here to party.
Like, guys, I had to reject you 5 times. I don't like that.
But get a laser printer.
Well, thanks for the tip. That ink seems to be more valuable than blood. These kids just ain't gonna leave me alone.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder. They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Dang, really? I ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Call it a drink exchange.
Huh. So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here.
Yeah, Crimson, thank you for saving us. I love you.
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
Wait, kink room?
Okay, okay. I don't understand if Sam is comfortable or not with them specifically.
You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you. Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
Ach so, ein Vampir. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
My neck scrubs with anticipation.
Dang.
Okay, let's meet up. This
then.
feels Berlin.
Thanks,
Let's meet up in Berlin, Millie. We're going to Hot Vampire Club.
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Yeah, like, it doesn't feel like he hates it. I think he's not used to it, but I'm still uncomfortable that they didn't take the no. I like, it feels weird, you know?
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into Biden.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those?
That's the plan. Who's going first?
He's just like, such a himbo. I just love him. Yeah, I think he just wants to drink. He doesn't want any of the sex or any of that. I think that's what I'm getting from him right now.
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up.
Oh, das hat sich gut angefühlt.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure thing. Come on over.
That is a very... I wasn't expecting that mini game. Oh, there is, over there.
Nicht meine Arterien.
Shucks, my aim's off tonight.
Not your arteries, your veins?
I swear you moved.
I didn't, Opa. I'm being a good girl.
Yeah, but you have a whole collar in there. It has to be the veins, not the arteries. So...
Oh, Reinhard. The hot old vampire wore me out.
Okay, I got it.
Me too, Maxi. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
Reinhard, mein Zuckerfledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
Uh-huh.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, Cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah, sure thing, fella. You can help me with my new laser printer. Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
Storage center? Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Yeah, it worked. I don't know what's the difference from when I clicked the first 2 times.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
I'm excited to see the clients because I think there is like an Italian Renaissance woman and I'm very excited about it.
Please, follow me.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart coffins. Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation. Not sure I should stay up watching movies, though.
Yeah, Sammy's the therapist. Oh my god. Are we going to sit here and just watch Nosferatu? I would just stay here. Okay, no, Sammy's the therapist, but Andy wants us to also be in therapy. So
well, ain't much else to do in here.
Andy's kind of like our, you know how therapists have therapists.
For all this.
So I think Andy's that for us.
Samuel, good evening. I hope you slept well.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We're gonna get started now?
Okay.
If you like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Very well. Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live. When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers. I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
Dating mortal high schoolers? Are you talking about Twilight, sir?
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is.
I'm doing
When you say
control
you are here to
fallacy.
make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
And Vampire Diaries too. Yeah. It's because that one never comes to my mind. I read the books, the first few, but then I never saw the series. So it really doesn't come to mind that much.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something. Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients. You will do what you can do, and that is enough.
Please give Sam a I am Knaf shirt.
But I am eager to learn how you develop this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
I have recently rewatched True Blood, and I love it. Like, it's so silly. I love it so much. So does the obsessed? Yeah, fair, very fair, Ty. I had so many friends obsessed with it. Yeah, control fallacies is a lot. Ugh. As a person with control issues, hi, that is me. Hello. Look at Astarion just being there like, Papa. Love him. Yes, True Blood. Rewatch True Blood.
Well, like I told you when I first V-mailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire.
You got Dark Skarsgård.
When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? It's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
Everybody be ready, ads incoming.
Stupid, no-account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch, dumbest thing. Do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
It's
With
labeling.
respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
I am labeling.
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Well, you did kill a lot of women and children. Over so much for helping other people get better, even at your own detriment. Yeah. That is a thing that it took me a while to kick. And even now, like, we saw each other's natal charts. Therapist friends. Why do you think I'm playing this game? It's one of those things that very much it's hard to kick. Yeah, we're in this together. And then I'm like, it's just like, yeah, we are the therapist people. And then you just see pop, pop, pop. And then and the booty just shaking.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself? If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself. So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang.
No, I didn't mean to open that.
I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it. They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me.
Millie.
They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before. They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them. I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more. Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think. I walked in nature for about 90 years, and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country. I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the Transcendentalists helped me.
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
Yeah, but you were working on yourself, so you did good.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator.
A what?
Should statements are another cognitive distortion, something created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you. Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure.
Guys, we're actually getting... Like, I know that real therapists worked on this game, and now I feel like I'm kind of getting therapy.
And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
Exactly, Rotten.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
Of course, there are things we must do. But nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise. Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date. I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases.
See you later, Billy.
Did you miss my should statement? I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
Guys, I think I may need help. So I should go to the vampire. That is not... You should go to the dentist. Oh, but it's because it's followed by this other part.
That's the one. No one should go to a dentist. Goddamn butchers.
No, this is wrong.
That is not true. We have to go to the dentist. Our teeth are important to us. How long has it been since you've seen a dentist?
No, not since the Civil War, and I'd rather keep it that way.
We'll talk about that in another session. Let's try again. I should drink blood today.
You should. It's like, I have to eat.
I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
I think this is the should statement then.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
Oh, I got it.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so,
The people are in a time for chaos.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Does she just like, oh man? Same.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
Samuel, my brother. Oh, so loving the talk about this concept because in my house should is a bad word and we avoid saying it if we can. It's a reason we're talking about that. Oh, this is actually the first time that like I heard it as a concept specifically, but because in my house, like my house, well, because my mom believes a lot in like manifestation and stuff, she taught me to speak in more of a direct way as to like speaking positives. And also doing law, I learned that should and wish statements are useless, so I kind of just removed them at some point. High autistic brain just being like, that's bad, gone. So but this is like very interesting I'm going to pay, like, it's one of the things that I'm like, oh, I'll pay more attention when I hear it. That hit home for you, Millie?
The people are back.
Yeah, you don't joke every time we call you a sweet bean or just a sweet person. You don't deflect, no.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. I spent the next 90 walking in the woods.
But that's not all of you.
I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either. I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive. I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality, with both its positive and negative aspects.
Hi, Charles. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to our therapy session.
My wife.
I hope you enjoy. I am doing great. I've been excited about this game for a while, and today on a whim I decided that I was going to buy it for myself and play it on stream, and I'm very glad I am playing it because I'm really enjoying it so far. Like, it's less action, less horror and stuff, but it's very insightful.
I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds. I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive.
Already added this game to the wish list. Ooh. I think I've been talking to other people a lot about this game, and today I was very much like, I finished working, and I got some money, and so I was like, game.
Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things. I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you've
Fields of
done.
Mystria? Ooh, I've been seeing a little bit already on TikTok. So it looks cute, it looks fun, it looks interesting. Then you have to let me know how that goes. Loving it so far? Oh yeah, I'm glad.
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
Getting clients?
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry. I can sense your instincts and will help you.
But tomorrow? I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
Okay, I know that they're asking me if I need more tutorial, but I think we can go ahead. Mostly because I'm not 100% sure if I can get specifically myself more out of it. So I think we're right. I'm ready. I just want to see my clients. I'm impatient.
I think I'm good.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get a liter inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
How much is a liter?
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be able to work if you are hungry or tired. Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
Something interesting about when people disqualify the positive is that often because people feel like if they accept the positive, then they aren't taking accountability for the negative things they've done. Like somehow celebrating their accomplishment is ignoring any harm they might have caused before, which it's very true and very fair. I think it's very hard. We are not taught accountability that, well, at least I know I wasn't, and I think like it's hard for people to be taught how to take accountability and how to handle being like, I am sorry, I did this wrong thing, but I am not the wrong that I caused. So it's kind of hard to also not identify with that. Naturally, yeah, you've done something bad, you've done something horrible, doesn't necessarily mean always that you are a horrible person. It just means you have to do better and actively do better. Then it depends case by case, like 100%. But I still believe that there is like redeeming qualities to everything and everybody. Like, Harold, literally, I'm seeing both of your names and I'm never 100% sure of who is who. Like, I read one of Rotten's messages earlier and I was like, oh, that's Harold. And then I reread it and I was like, oh no, that's Rotten.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace. Samuel, glad to see you are awake. Your first client is on his way.
Client!
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this? These are people's brains I'm messing with.
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so
nom
much
nom.
empathy
Thank
is
you
quite
for
a
the
gift.
tasty fly.
Thank you for doing your daily fly, Harold.
All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
It might be used to bend reality.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
Okay, so we can get it wrong, but he's going to stop us from getting it wrong.
You
Great.
can see the future.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see the patterns after 1,000 years or so. Were you going to say something, Samuel?
I was, but now that I think about it, I was just getting confused. This therapy stuff is tough.
If you need guidance, I will provide it to you telepathically. Don't think about it too much. When you are 3,000, such things will cease to impress you. Let us look at your first client's case file.
Hi, Beck.
Dr. Drain, huh? You ain't got no first name?
Okay, Dr. Drain, 430, male, English. Dr. Drain is a class of 1614 graduate of the Royal College of Physicians. He has been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. Became a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiments. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. He's now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion: detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drain's drinking and sleeping habits.
Many vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
More realistic example, my wife used to be on the... oh my god, why?
Brother, Brother,
Okay. Bots. My wife used to be on my case a lot because I would deflect compliments on my art because of perceived negative traits that I take too long to draw, which doesn't do any good at conversation, nor does it good any for strong connection with others. Very fair. That's very right. And good that she clocked it. Also, have they put, because I know I banned the term best viewers, so now they just added that tiny E to avoid it? Bitches. Something I have to remember to add to the ban list.
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed. You catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive. I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
But
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself and all will be well.
Satan bless it all, I hate flying!
Then why do you fly?
Hey there. God's blood, what on earth are you? My name's Sam. I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drain. And American as well. Good God, it's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
Well, calm the fuck down.
Oh well, I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you? And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee.
Well, you're an asshole. This is why I couldn't be a real therapist.
Damn it, how am I gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Annie.
Are you alright, Samuel?
Oh my god, hi. Hello. You are in my mind.
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Yeah, protective big
Why
time.
not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about how you have felt in your darkest hours. What does this poor vampire want?
I don't think he wants to leave. I think he's being straight, so people might be straight back at him.
I think he needs a dang reality check, charging at me like an undersexed bull.
If you tried to give an undersexed bull a reality check, that would not change the fact that it is undersexed. How did the Transcendentalists approach you when you were a wilder man, Samuel?
Yeah, I get it. I'm sure this fella's come here with problems. I can't be surprised when they show up.
So, complain?
I think he just wants to complain.
Yeah, wasn't able to vent.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
So, what? I just let him complain?
He just wants to say his face. Okay.
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
Well, if you say so.
Look at us, becoming better therapists already.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully. I will release your time now.
Well, are you just going to sit there? I was just gonna ask how your trip here was. My trip? My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat.
That's a long distance.
I hate being a bat and I hate flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey. I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform. All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away. Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway. You all right there, pal? Yes, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine. I take it you read my case file and know why I'm here?
His horse died. He has an addiction.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing, isn't it?
No, that's very normal. Our brains are geared to be addicted to things.
What's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him. Oh, well, of course. How wonderful it is that I share the mental failings of people who only live a single lifetime. Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks. Whatever one does to make addictions go away.
It's not that simple, sir.
Tips? Let me think.
Suggest a milder addiction. Just something tasty. Suggest a hug. Suggest there are no easy solutions. Oh, he holds himself as a high standard, speeding himself up, monometing, assuming others will look down on him as he looks down on himself. Yes, 100%. Like, there is a big, like, superiority, but not real superiority. Like, he is propping himself up as much as possible to not feel worthless. Which, hi. A lot of people do that. Welcome back, Millie. But I'm sorry, there are no easy solutions to addiction. We have to work on it.
Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you. But I'm here to listen. You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T.
Yeah, Americans are weird that way, but we still love them.
And I know how you English love your tea. Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone. I appreciate the concern, though. I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing. I tell you what, let's not worry about being above or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do.
I love this.
What exactly are you
game.
addicted to? It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goals. You're losing me. Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive. Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do. I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal: synthetic blood, freedom from the hunger that plagues us, and hope for all humanity. Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc. Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to. Pathetic, isn't it? I have spent 400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace. Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with a synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings. Maybe you had a setback or two, but give yourself a little credit, compadre. Credit? For wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem. Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right. Nothing we ever do will make a damned bit of difference.
Samuel, listen to him. Do you recognize his patterns of thought?
Yeah, exactly. He isn't in the same place. Yeah, he's
There's
disqualifying
some
the
distortions
positive.
in there, ain't there?
I knew you would sense them. Invite him to talk more about this failure of his.
I'll do my best. Now hold on just a minute there, cowpoke. I've heard you talk a lot about failure.
Cowpoke.
But it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure.
I want somebody to call me a cowpoke.
I am a realist, that's all.
That's not realist. You're not real. You're describing what your perception is, which isn't reality.
Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes.
Okay. So, this, it's not a should statement, it's not control, it's not labeling. Disqualifying the positive.
I don't know many people who would call working with leukocytes dabbling.
Exactly, he's minimizing.
I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set. Perhaps, but if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little.
Sir, you have lived only 430 years. It's fine.
But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years.
Brother,
Sorry, I love so much the brother you when I ban people.
You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying, though. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Oh, yes, it plays whenever I ban people. I made it so it works that way. But hi, welcome. Hi, how should I call you? Inglonius? Hi, I hope your day is going well. Yeah, I was like, because that's what goes on in my mind whenever I ban anyone. So it just works for me. Glad you like it. Okay, so again, this is a should statement.
Well, who said you should have achieved more? Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work.
Oh, it kind of does. I get it. Yeah, it does kind of sound like Gordon Ramsay.
And what happens if you don't? Absolutely nothing at all.
Exactly. Like, this man got, like, he has managed to do synthetic blood shit? Like, damn, sir.
Well, that's my point. That is not as encouraging as you think it is. Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality.
Exactly.
Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death.
Okay, I think this is a control fallacy. Yes. Like, you cannot control what your scientists do. They also have a life outside of work. So they are not supposed to dedicate their life completely to your process. And also, you cannot control what other people do. You can only do your own work. Yeah, not his job to motivate others.
So it's all your fault that you haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood. It can't be anyone else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience. Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated. It sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself. Please, I'm a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding. And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding?
Isn't understanding and also another way to control things? I, as a person with control issues.
No, of course not. I'm not a wizard. So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc? That is a simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
It's... Sir. Okay. Because my brain keeps going to Nosferatu thinking as well. Because I don't remember what it is. I know it's black and white thinking. Hi. No. Yeah. Oh, some of these have more than one correct answer? Yeah, like, which... I like that there is more than one correct answer. Because that's also life. That's good to know. You played this game before? But yeah, because it's like you're disqualifying everything you did up until now by just putting yourself as utterly irrelevant. But also, like, just because you are addicted doesn't mean you are relevant now. Which I would say is a bit of, like, catastrophic thinking. So I will go with the Nosferatu thinking.
That's a pretty dark read on things. You know, lots of folks get over their addictions. Yes, but not me.
Why not you?
I'm trying to tell you that even if you are addicted, that ain't the end, hermano. You got a lot of life and opportunity left in you. If you can call this life. Now hold on there, that's what I call Nosferatu thinking, straight from the coffin. Life ain't all black and white. It's got its shades of gray too, you know.
Yeah, like, black and white thinking is what here they just call Nosferatu thinking. I think they just had to make things fit down here. So yeah, I think it was kind of a bit of both, but it did feel more like Nosferatu thinking to me. But yeah, also, yeah, he looks at the negative instead of the positive. Oh, the other correct answer for that one was labeling. Oh, because he called himself irrelevant. Oh, fair, I get it.
Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic.
I missed that one. But I like that there are multiple possible answers for things.
Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point.
If he starts to look at the positive, he may find a way to push through. Yeah! Though it is hard.
But I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy.
Are you sure? I can pat your back and call you a good boy.
That ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs.
Sam, I love you.
Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are.
I just like, as a European, I just hearing all of this, and I'm just like, we're more sexually liberated. And I was like, hi. I don't think so, but it's fine.
But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug.
Sir, you came to therapy, which means you're getting therapy.
Well, so what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it? I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive. Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man. I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive. As if I'm someone else. Someone who lives. And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed. You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night?
Om nom nom. Thank you for the tasty fly.
Oh, thank you for collecting your daily fly. Yeah, so he is deflecting. Like, instead of seeing why he's depressed and what, like, he doesn't like it in his actual life, drugs are giving him that feeling without the work.
Oh, nothing of the sort. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself. Oh, wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep?
Get your flies.
Om nom nom. Thank you for the tasty fly.
Thank you for redeeming your daily fly.
Yes, it's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do.
You still need sleep.
So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere. Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
No. That is demonstrably false. So, first of all, there was a control fallacy in the idea that you have to, that your company cannot run itself. You can delegate. Delegation is important. It's very important. It's a skill that people have to learn, but it's very, very, very important.
Come on now, it's a big world out there, and different things are depressing to different people. Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call them, might even be a different degree of depressed? Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole.
Mild.
Mild is putting it mildly, Buckaroo.
I love Sam.
Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, but this is the space for you to talk about it. Like, this is the safe space. I'm literally paid, I guess, to listen to you, sir. And you won't become a whiner just because you're feeling bad. You're just a person that feels bad.
Now, why'd you say coming and talking to me makes you a whiner?
Oh, it's very Oxford. Okay. Thank you for defining where specifically. Yeah, exactly. He isn't a whiner for complaining when things are hard.
Is that not what I currently am? Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used. Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely your label. Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer. Moaning, whinging, bellyaching, still all just labels. I don't believe I shall be using the term bellyaching in any case. But as I was saying, in the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
Well. There. This is a big word for no reason. I know you're throwing it in there, but I still, you're still labeling yourself. I feel this is still labeling.
You honestly think feeling good makes you an ignoramus? The phrase ignorance is bliss is most apt, don't you think?
Vic? Why are you yelling at me? You have food. I'm doing therapy, sir. I don't know if you guys can hear my cat yelling at me. Oh yeah, he's insisting on convincing Sam that he's a bad person. Yeah.
But by calling yourself an ignoramus, you're making bliss something to be avoided. Yes, unfortunate how that works, isn't it? The only way to be happy is by being a fool. Partner, those are your labels. Try using something more positive and see how you feel. What, shall I say that by being ignorant, I am a noble genius?
Hi, Vic, hi. Hello. I'm sorry, guys. If you hear all of the rustling, that's just him going in front of the mic.
Everybody be ready at
Still
incoming.
just labels. Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience. I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy. Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need and it makes you feel good. What's the problem? First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma does have downsides.
He's avoiding the happy because he fears failure. Also, if you see yourself as like, you know, successful means I have A, B, C, D, and all of this in my head go against what my idea of happy is. It's just very much like I see a lot of black and white thinking. Like he has an idea of what it means to be successful, which is separate from being happy. So he cannot achieve both at the same time, which is just him deciding he's unhappy. Because then why are you pursuing being successful? Like, why do you want to be successful if that means you're unhappy? Why is successful, like being successful, that important to you?
What kind of downsides? I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up,
exactly.
I feel refreshed.
You don't need to suffer to be
I also
successful,
smell
and a lack of
blood
suffering
and
doesn't mean you
sex.
aren't successful.
Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful. I guess you must be having some kind of good time. That is not my idea of a good time.
Vic, I'm not petting the mouse. I know you want cuddles, baby, but I'm playing. You can use my other hand, the one that is not on the mouse. Come over here. Come cuddle with my left hand, baby.
I'm Dr. Drain. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster. I don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood.
What do you mean, dirty blood?
It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things. Well, I should be better at it. You know, Doc, a wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you. You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself. Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it? I can now add incontinence to my already considerable list of faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts? I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years. It's the oldest stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas. Heck, we're dead men. That's traumatic no matter what. What we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight. Listen, we're doing good work already, I know it. Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again. And be good to yourself, all right, partner? Don't feel like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff.
Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all.
Is that actually gonna happen, though?
It might.
You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you?
I was thinking about it.
All right, partner. Just give yourself a little compassion. That's all I'm asking.
I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not pleasant ones, mind.
Yeah, therapy is hardly pleasant.
You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am.
Yes, well, that is certainly true. Very well. I shall do some reflecting, inasmuch as our kind can reflect. I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks, then. Farewell, Sam.
Masterfully done, Samuel. I knew you would do well, but that doesn't make me any less pleased.
Well, that was a hell of a rush. That fella's holding on tighter than a holster to a gunslinger's hip.
Thank you. It wasn't all me. It was the help of chat. Everybody here has working hard to help me understand things better.
It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling. But also rest. Go downstairs, get something to drink, relax in your coffin. Next week you shall see a new client. I think they will be an interesting challenge for you. I bid you good evening, Samuel. Rest in peace.
You too, Andy.
I'm really enjoying it.
Well, I guess it's time I got me some grub.
Because it gives you like a good way of also just processing stuff through, it's the processing while doing something like through other means. And I really like that a game can do this. Oh, we're back in the club.
Well, that's it, I guess. My first client. Can't believe I'm doing this therapy stuff already. I sure could use a drink. I'll check in with Crimson.
Hi, Crimson.
Well, if it isn't Yosemite Sam, how you doing tonight, partner?
I'm better already, hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
I'm not from any states, cowpoke. District of Columbia girl here.
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more, polished than I do.
You should hear my German.
Oh, maybe some other time. My brain's full tonight. I had my first therapy session with a real client.
Oh, yeah? How do you think it went?
I'd say it was great. I did my best, and that's okay.
I reckon it was a bullseye on my
The
end.
people are in an time for
seen
chaos.
me. Labeling, blam, disqualifying the positive, kapow.
Sir, you're just making it, but celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself.
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to hold on to their problems.
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that gorgeous man to see the light. Keep it up, cowboy. You're a breath of fresh air for these ancient ones.
Yeah, but Andy's like 3,000 years old. I think a typewriter is already a lot for him.
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson? You must have had some life.
Afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am, cowboy?
30. Don't fall for the trap. Looking at you, I would say 30. But the way you speak, I would go with 35. I'll go with 35. She asked me.
Mid-30s, maybe?
Shot me right in the heart, cowboy.
Dang, what I meant to say was...
I'm just messing with you. I'm 50 years young.
Damn.
50? I died around that age and I looked like shit. But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner. He shares his blood with me too, just not enough to turn me into one of you. I've been 30 for a good while now.
Okay.
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, Buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty after a big night. Andy told me to give this to you.
Oh yeah? What is it?
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood. Andy can't stand the stuff.
The
He
people
says the
are
blood
back.
glucose levels are too high, but he thought you'd appreciate it.
Oh, it ain't so bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
To me, it tastes like life itself, cowboy.
I ain't sure I understand.
Never you mind. Look, Tex, I've got some customers to serve, so go enjoy your juice, okay?
Oh, of course. I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
What, upset about the high glucose levels?
There he is, my incredible protege.
Come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Evidence stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge tonight.
It is very endearing.
Your next client has been known to be somewhat difficult. Here, look at her intake form.
Isabella Deste.
Oh,
dang.
yes.
She's got some funny tasting hats.
Yes. Yes. Isabella Deste. Yes. I love you. Yes. Okay. Half part of the reason I want to this game, it's also her. So, okay, so let me read out the read. I am a history buff, and so this stuff, my bread and butter. Isabella d'Este, 550, female, origins, Renaissance. Isabella d'Este was a key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Andrea Mantegna, and Michelangelo. She received a humanist education and knows much about history, art, music, and philosophy. She comes from a highly aristocratic background, but endured considerable family issues through the generations. She states that she's undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that her life and unlife have been meaningless. Suggestion: be exceedingly polite.
I think you should get along quite well then.
Walked right into that one.
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential families in Europe. She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world. Some say that she was the model for the Mona Lisa.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
She is as human as any of us, Samuel. I already know you will find a way to relate with her.
If you say so.
Remember, you can always seek my advice if you feel lost. You are not alone. But I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Samuel. Oh, and do be polite.
Goodness. So you are the new therapist Andromachos told me of. I was not expecting someone so rugged.
Rugged. Yes, sir.
Sam Walls at your service, ma'am.
You are a therapist.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Senora.
Si, signora. Oh my god, this... Okay. Let me see if I read them out loud what gets closer to the word signora. Okay, so Sinora. Yeah, this one I think it's the closest one.
All right, Signora.
You have seen my what? Have you been peeking under my skirt, young man?
Huh? What are you talking about, lady?
Signora. Say it.
Say it right. I am stuck in the body of an American man, Isabella. I am so sorry. I'm trying to make him say right.
Signora.
Oh.
Signora.
Signora?
Yes!
Porca miseria, this is not going to be easy, is it?
Porca miseria! Yes! Ma vaffanculo! What? As an American, I'm sorry for our accent. It's okay, Rotten. It's perfectly fine. I know that when I give, so Leonor online is already like my escape from people trying to say my actual like real life name, which I will not say because doxing. But then it's always funny when I'm like comfortable with people and I'm like, oh, by the way, this is my name. And when they hear it, then they just try and say it. And a lot of Americans, I'm always like, okay, let me send you an audio and let me say it very slowly.
Therapy ain't never easy, Signora.
So, therapy is always easy then?
I said it ain't never easy, Signora.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech is so diabolical?
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, Signora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
I love her.
I'm just here to help, Signora. It says here on your intake forms that you've been having a tough time lately.
A tough time? Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
So what's it off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Hey, I love the cinema.
I do pride myself being able to get non-American words named right at the first try, but also like to study and practice accents in my free time. Yeah. No, that's good. Like, I know I have my issues with like saying things like Dutch right now, which is I'm studying Dutch and I'm having quite a bit issues with pronunciation, which I'm so upset about. It's I think the first language where I'm having a bit of issues because I've been good with like Spanish, French, Chinese, those quite easy. Now I get to Dutch and now I'm just like I cannot make a sound. But yeah, I appreciate, like, I don't hold it against people. I understand that not everybody had the possibility to study other languages, and sometimes your mouth just hard to make certain noises. It's fine. It's just, I just find it funny. It's like me when I try to do an American accent because in, what's the game? In Demonologist, it's not picking up my words, and I think sometimes it's because of my accent, and that's where you get me looking at a piano going, piano.
Om nom nom. Thank you for the tasty flight.
Oh, hi, Dito. Hello, you beautiful bitch. How are you? How's your day? I hope work is going well. That was you with Finnish. Oh, well, I cannot give up. I live in the Netherlands, so I have to. How am I doing? Even more beautiful bitch, but we're both such beautiful bitches, aren't we? I am good. I'm really enjoying this game and the thoughts that it's kind of just picking at. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm so happy to be sharing it with you people. So I'm having a fantastic time. And also we're getting bestie game night later today, so I'll be spending time with Mask and Obituary, and I don't know who else is going to be present, but it's going to be a great night, so I'm very excited for that. So I love the cinema. Bond with her over movies, bond with her over actors, bond with her over Hollywood glamour. I think she might like... Let's talk about movies in general.
Well, not many of our kind are movie buffs. What are some of your favorite films?
I would hesitate to say favorite, but there are some films that are more acceptable than others. For instance, Beneath the Velvet Dusk or In Search of Sadness are engaging explorations of the mortal condition.
Oh, I ain't heard of them. You ever seen The Three Stooges?
Utter vulgarity. I do not waste my time with such nonsense. Alas, these Stooges 3 would be preferable to the abomination I saw at the cinema that made me realize just how dead I am. It was a most terrible film, one that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
What did you see? Twilight?
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought we were dead for sure.
This film was not powerful, it was meaningless. It said nothing, did nothing, less than nothing, as loudly and garishly as possible.
If it's Twilight, yeah.
And the audience, fools that they were, cheered, applauded this desecration of the mind. I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to has no purpose.
Man, what's the movie?
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars. Rise of the Spacewalker.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to cry. Oh my god. Oh, Signora. Oh my god. It was not the best movie. I will admit that. I had so many, I was imagining so many movies, but I could never imagine this one, and I'm so happy.
Well, wait a minute. Space Wars, the big science fiction franchise?
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diets.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art. But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush. This stinking trash. This is what the people want. You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
Ma'am, you... it's not in your power to just infuse all, it didn't all rest on your shoulders.
For such a complicated woman, the answers are overly simple for Signora d'Este, are they not, Sam?
You see, I understand now. My
Is it labeling? Is it going to just be labeling?
For such a complicated woman, the answers are overly simple for Signora.
Oh, it's black and white thinking. Thank you for the hint. I am...
You don't seem that dead to me.
Thank you.
We're having this conversation, ain't we? You ain't just lying there decomposing.
It is no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
I think you might get pretty bored.
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here. But let's go back to what you were saying.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
Not lost.
All the world benefited? There's a lot of people, and they got a lot of different preferences. You can't get them all, can you?
But I could, once upon a time.
You can't reach everybody, Signora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
Yeah, art has changed, and also the world has completely changed. Back in her time, Italy, Renaissance Italy. Hi, we're getting a tiny history class now. Italy was not Italy back then. Italy has been Italy for less than 200 years at this point. You have to think that it was a lot of tiny nations, a lot of tiny countries all together in one very tight space. Italy is not that large. Like with a car nowadays, top like North Italy to South Italy, you do it in 8 hours. So it's not such a large space. And you had so many tiny cultures, so many tiny like spaces, and it was so easy for art to circulate in that time, specifically because it was such a tiny space. And you had so many people like her that liked being patrons of the arts to kind of show off against the other micronations that were present, or the other tiny kingdoms that were present on the Italian, on the boot. That's how we call it a boot, because it looks like a boot. So normally that's how we refer to the peninsula. So it was just, it's disproportionate to think that what happened in such a tiny space, in such a very short amount of time, would first of all just go and influence the rest of the world, which it did. Italian art and philosophy and all from the Renaissance has had a great impact on everything. But there are so many other cultures that were there, like next to it. What happened in France, what happened in Russia, and then the culture that has been created in the US for the last hundreds of years. Like, you cannot just all rest it on the shoulders of your space of work in 50 years when you were alive in a tiny country. And things changed so much from way back then. This is the moment I learned that I can drive all of Italy twice at the same time it took me to try to visit my ex last year. Italy is small, and I've done it. I've done the drive. It's just, it's short, and it takes most of it because the roads are not that good, especially when you get to certain parts of Italy. So you just get a lot of traffic. So, but yeah, it's about 8 hours north to south. So yeah, Europe it's way smaller. You can reach everybody, senior. I haven't heard about the Mona Lisa until about 1911. Yeah, the world was so much smaller. Well, now, yeah, now it's crazy that we can get, we are getting a genocide live on TikTok at the moment, which is completely mind-boggling already for what was 20 years ago. It's crazy, and our minds are not made for this. The human mind is not made for all of that. So, and it's fine that people can enjoy things without it being art as well. So that's a lot of weight to put on yourself, and a lot of misunderstanding of what the world is now.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about the so-called great masters.
We only know what we know. But you were saying.
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
Oh, come on now. Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for.
Also, Mona Lisa, not my favorite Da Vinci work. I think there were nicer ones, and it's very small. And there is always such a queue for it, and it's just very much because that's what people hear in history class. It's easy to just there is so much more. So it's fine if it's on a coaster.
I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you've had on the world.
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
And I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
It doesn't need to have all of that power.
You're saying art should have meaning and purpose, but does all art need those things?
Art can just be art. Ma'am, I would be sorry introducing you to futurism. We literally had a whole poem about colors and one was like reds should be red, and he just wrote red with a lot of R's, E's, like he was in Italian with a lot of R's, O, S's, and other O's. Yeah, exactly. Art is so subjective. What something is art to somebody doesn't mean it's art to somebody else.
What is the purpose of creation otherwise?
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
It is a pointless reason.
Or maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Perhaps you should.
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is speak like a peasant.
Heck, that's what I am, Senora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. Let's get back to what you were saying.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
Now why have you gotta go and call yourself names?
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
But why are they negative?
Is that all you are?
This is how I am defined by the world.
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. Allow me to continue.
As you should be. I love you so much.
You know, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman, railing at the world, screaming into the void, all to no purpose.
I'm doing nothing.
Look, Senora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking is all. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over and over again.
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16.
Here.
What happened when you were 16?
I got married.
Yeah, you did. You did, Isabella, and I'm so sorry.
I think I get it.
You absolutely do not get it. You are a man.
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband, he taught me the meaning of disappointment.
I am so sorry, Isabella. Frankie? Are we reducing your husband, the we're really reducing Francesco II di Gonzaga, the Marquis of Mantova, as Frankie? Oh, I love you.
He taught me the world was built upon lies. These things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction. But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them all. Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aims.
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality and a questioning mind, not slavish devotion to tradition. This world is not Eden, but it could be. Or so I thought.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our natures. Our true natures.
You mean being nerdist? You mean being Italian? Also, I'm trying to give it an accent. I'm horrible at accents, but you mean being vampires? I know these are all very wrong. I will go with vampires at the moment.
You mean being vampires?
Come now, boy. Nothing could be further from natural. All this foolish hissing and copulation and blood drinking does not bring us closer to God. But it does give us more time to find the path.
Well, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
Why have I been bonked? What did I do? What did I do? I've been good. I am doing... What am I doing? Tell me. Do not bonk me for no reason. What is the charge? Enjoying a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Tell me. Don't bonk me. Accuse me. Oh, a bonk a day keeps the doctor away. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, but if the doctor is cute though. Like... Okay, reckon nothing. Always known. This feels very black
So
and
what
white.
happens if we don't become the greatest souls possible?
Get your hands off my penis.
Then godliness is denied to us, as it should be.
So either we ascend or we're nothing, huh?
Ma'am, I was also raised a Catholic.
I am glad to hear you are not as foolish as you look.
Oh, let's be honest, Senor. Plain folks like me ain't got aspirations of being as good as Jesus Christ. Ain't he supposed to be a forgiving sort anyway? Let's just get back to what you were saying.
Sorry, I got distracted for a second because my cat just started requesting cuddles and he's just dragging my hand wherever he wants. Yeah, there's our some delusions of grandeur. But I guess when you're like such an important figure, like it's like celebrities, you know? You're like the culture puts you at such a high and important spot that it's very hard to just still stay humble and not like what's also next, like what are your next, like what's your next stuff. Like I think it's very hard to, you know, kind of understand those feelings at times. But yeah, a lot of delusions of grandeur. But I love her.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
I like that they used the Italian word, but then they forgot the accent. So always known, master yourself over baser instinct. That very feels black and white. Oh,
You know,
is
there
it
have been
control?
many entities over time that have tried to control humanity.
Yeah,
They have always
yeah,
failed.
I knew it the moment I clicked it.
You've been around a while, Senora. In all that time, when have we mastered ourselves and our baser instincts?
Not a single day. Men especially have no bottom to their depravity.
Yeah, fuck man. Cis man. Cis straight man. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I'm joking.
So us fellas have
Don't
disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right? Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy to think that's gonna change because of you. Well, let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
Hold up just a sec there, cowpoke. You really think all we can do is sow death and destruction?
I do not poke cows. Do I look like a farmer?
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die? You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the greater arc of history.
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you what. But let's continue.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Okay, so always known people become fat and lazy, living with it is impossible in such state. Because this is not self-labeling, she's calling other people. It's not a shoot statement, it's not control. I think it's still black and white.
Our esteemed client is very good at coming up with names for others, isn't she?
Oh.
Perhaps you can call her out on this
Oh,
behavior.
so it's still labeling,
I have always
even if
known
it's
the people
others.
have-
Okay.
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels for kicking people out of the Garden of Eden. Is that all we amount to? Fat and lazy?
Look around your own country, boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls and saggy features.
Ma'am, your body's human.
Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
Well, sure, why the heck not?
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
You rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, Senora, you gotta go easy on yourself with them labels. Well, let's keep talking, though.
I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side once more.
I think this here's the meat of it, Senora. The filet mignon.
Filet.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Here's the thing, Senora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle, Cicero, Aquinas.
Filet mignon. Jesus.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Everybody be ready, ads incoming.
Filet mignon?
Not at all, Senora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
Also, like, I think, baby, your claws, please. But also, one thing that I had to learn to not do is just pronounce things in a posh way, just because I can, because people sometimes take it the wrong way. Because like yeah, I can say that word correctly, in whatever language that is. Doesn't mean I should. Sometimes it's just, you're just showing off. You're not doing it to do it.
So you think you are so very clever, do you, boy? That by pointing out my distortions, you have won?
This is not a fight, ma'am. Signora.
That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life. Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God, once we reach the end, we would discover that he, too, was a work of fiction. When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence. God himself is a lie.
I see. So you've lost your faith?
Yes, it has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body. Beauty and truth are lies, ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence. While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality. And to think they call me judgmental while they created the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
Yes, absolutely. You're doing nothing but judge, and I've seen anyone judge more than you. But yeah.
I wouldn't put it that way exactly. Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you. Senora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself.
I like it. Fortnite? We're playing cola. Yippee! Let me take a sip. Thank you, Zeke. I've not been drinking for a bit. But yeah, I like it. Kind of shows like what a therapist goes through, and just kind of be like, I am not going to do that. I'm not going to call you a judgy person. We're going to go at the meat of stuff, which I appreciate it, that they're making Sam human in his own way.
I know you got raised with all them high ideals, So of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them. That's some heavy pressure. Not just on them, but on yourself. I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction?
Oh, yes, love it, adore it. I have a few hundred hours on Baldur's Gate free, and I just started a new playthrough recently. It's been my hyperfixation for a year. Actually, if you see what my redeem that is called the Astarion Hello, Leonor, that's actually because my lovely mods and friends, they all paid for me to get a cameo from Neil Newbomb, and I melted. There is a clip of me reacting to it somewhere amongst my clips. But yeah, oh, Dirge. I still have to do a Dirge run. I'm very scared for it. I'm excited, but I kind of just want to do everything else, and I want to do all of the origins, but also I want to romance everybody first. So I'm just going through the romances, but now I'm just romancing Gale again.
We can't always control what things are going to be.
This is not acceptable.
I got some bad news for you, Senora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself. I suggest we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
I know that the Dirge run can be evil depending on what you do. Like, even there, you can decide how evil is it going to be. But I like more the idea of a custom character because it doesn't come with, there is a set path. It's just you. And I wanted that to experience it at first that way.
But the world is base and unworthy.
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? You're gonna strip all the color out of the world if you keep doing that. The world's a lot more than just base and unworthy.
Nosferatu thinking. I am not used to having my own thoughts thrown back at me.
Well, that's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, Senora. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
I love her. Like, I just love the faces and the designs for the people here. I really enjoy the art style for this.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said. We will meet again in exactly 4 weeks. Do we have an understanding?
See you next month.
Yes, indeed, Senora.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
Well done, Samuel. I believe you handled Senora d'Este quite well.
Thank you.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Samuel, if Isabella d'Este hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
That I believe.
The people are in a time for chaos.
The harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. We are not all as wise as Samuel Walls.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the Senora called it.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel.
Look at them!
I will not stand for it.
They're so cute.
I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would. I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
Look at that cute face. I just have the Astarion pop because I didn't want to make every one of my emotes just Baldur's Gate.
You don't need to tell me twice. All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself. Excellent work tonight.
We'll get to the next checkpoint and then I will look into raiding someone. So I think it will be when we wake up after we have the bar time.
Dang, I think that's enough abuse for one night. I could use a drink and a quiet night.
Oh, okay. Also, I've not been reading up on things. Okay, so for Dr. Drain, he's addicted to a plasma that makes him like out and do things he dislikes doing. He likes a logical approach. He doesn't sleep. Irritable, maybe because he's not sleeping. Lost should statements, and maybe a fair amount of disqualifying positives. Obsessed with work, doesn't seem to like vampires? Next time I should figure out what the heck this plasma stuff actually does. Isabella D'Este thinks her life was meaningless because modern art is meaningless too. Apparently, this Rise of the Spacewalkers movie set her up. Extremely high-minded, major issues with her former husband, thinks most people are corrupt, especially menfolk, uses the devout Catholic not so much, and it used to be a devout Catholic, not so much anymore, likes to be in control. Maybe a lot of control fallacies? Next time I'll dig into the family stuff, seems like there's a lot of anger there. And this is my own personal diary. Okay, let's read through that. So, March 14, 2024. I've been about a week since I boarded the Monster of the Seas cruise ship, and I gotta say, I feel finer than frog hair. People here are eating and screwing like there's no tomorrow on account of the fact that we're in the middle of the ocean. I've drunk from more necks in the last week than I can count. And since the ship's open all night, I rode a water slide for the first time in my own life. People are laughing at me for saying yeehaw. What else do you say when you experience like that? Landed in Rotterdam the other day. In Amsterdam now, arranging transportation for my coffin. I just love how many vampire stories just pass through the Netherlands. Did some vampire sightseeing. Apparently, this place has been accepting the events like us for a long time. I went to a vampire coffee shop. They funnel in the stoners from upstairs to a secret club, and everyone has themselves a grand old time. Give me the munchies something fierce. I could go for more blood chips. Extra sodium, if you please. Writing from Berlin today. I had to Leipzig tomorrow night and figured I should check things out here. They got a club here where people are up all night doing all kinds of kinky stuff. I'm pushing a quarter of a millennium in years, but these folk could give me some lessons, and did. Met some fine folks too. Apparently they've got a nice art scene here. There's even local funding for video game development in this some kind of world. I can't believe people here are still playing Star Invaders and whatnot. I like it here. I don't even speak German. Oh, what a day. I managed to Andy's club in Leipzig. Folks are really nice here. A couple of goths were real friendly. They've got a darn tooting bartender and even a friendly greeter. He don't talk too much, but I can tell he ain't an introspective sort. He's an introspective sort. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a hard time reading this font. Now Andy, that's one hell of a vampire. He just got this present. You can tell he's 3000 and that is freaky as heck. But he makes you feel at home, but naked. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, and I went to a kink room. Yeah, Sam Wolf's kink room. My big brother would have gotten a kick out of that one. I ain't gonna write about it here. I should get some sleep in this fancy coffin Andy lent me anyway. I learned some more therapy stuff today. Figure I've been doing a lot of this disqualifying the positive thing. I feel like I gotta be humble after all the shit I pulled back when I was a bastard, but maybe that's just the shame talking. Andy says I'm ready to start seeing clients now, and I've got my head wrapped around this whole cognitive distortion thing. Can't believe this is happening so fast. Went for a nice walk exploring Leipzig. Yeah. There's music school here and the kids are always performing stuff. I tried asking about Susanna, but kids today don't appreciate good music. Dang kids with their CD-ROM music and their wax cylinder. The wax cylinder was fine. Sure. I met my first client tonight and oh boy, he did not like me much. It sounds as though he doesn't like anybody. Much though, so I can't be disappointed. Poor fella. I ain't never seen anyone so high-strung. Well, maybe... Is that Pussifer Jones? Is that what I'm reading? Am I reading that right? 80 years later, and the memory of him still makes me laugh. That kitty even hated John Muir, and I think all his animals loved him. She could hiss even when eating her food. It was the darndest thing. Oh yeah, so it is Pussifer Jones. I picked up that this Dr. Drain, oh yeah, it's Dr. Drain, is a real shoot statement kind of fella, but I think I can help me out. And if I can get him to sleep, to take a nap, I think he'll be a lot less grumpy. Okay, we catched up. I should read it after every day, shouldn't I?
Hey, cowboy. Why the long face?
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Is that a horse?
Your daughter.
My horse, actually. She never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
You didn't answer my question, Gunslinger. What's got you down?
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by. You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least until I learned to speak their language.
You're a lawyer?
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind before you start with the vampire jokes. Just a wide-eyed DC do-gooder. But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card. You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society Renaissance woman.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
I think she heard me.
Well, she did say that I'd given her some stuff to think about. And to tell the truth, she seemed kind of embarrassed about that.
So what? If she heard you, I'd take the W, cowboy.
Take the W? What, the wagon?
The win, Gramps. Maybe she isn't gonna relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
You're probably right. I guess I'll take the W. And while you're at it, I'll take some B too. That's blood, see?
What are you in the mood for? Men? Women? Something a little more off the beaten path?
I think I'll have some takeaway tonight. What have you got?
Here, try this. Should put some color in those cheeks.
You really ain't squeamish, huh, Crimson?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been hanging around vampires for 20 years, and they aren't so scary.
Not even Bert?
What, that old pointy-eared teddy bear? He's a total sweetheart, unless someone gets aggressive or touchy with the customers.
I love Bert. Bert
What does he do then?
They get a stern warning.
And if they don't listen?
Why, then he eats them.
Maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing. Speaking of which, I gotta thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a little rest. But you have a good night, Crimson.
You too, Sam. Don't let the Draculas bite.
Time to crack open a warm one. That's the good stuff. Now, maybe I can find a quote from one of my favorite books that'll help give me a little inspiration. Or I could watch the Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch. Or I could just go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
We can read a little bit.
My profession is to be always on the alert, to find God in nature, to know his lurking places. I always like that quote. I ain't a God-fearing kind, but it's true. There's a natural beauty behind the man-made world if you know where to look. Isabella d'Este's all culture and breeding, but underneath, she's got her vulnerable and beautiful humanity too. I just gotta remember that. All right, that's enough for one night. Time for some rest. I hope my next client will be a little easier.
And we should get the checkpoint.
Samuel, good
Save.
evening. I am glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
Okay. But this was a great game. I have really enjoyed it. Let me actually just do this kind of thing. Let me look who we can raid. I prefer this map. Let me go up Twitch. See who's live at the moment. Tom's live, but we raided yesterday. Let me see. How long have they been going? Okay, I got somebody for us to raid. How do you guys feel about a little bit of art and a bit of a horror artist? I have been following her on TikTok for like ages, and I just really like her art style. She does self-portraits, but they're all kind of like horror look-alike. And I think it's very pretty. But thank you everybody for coming today. This was great. I will see you next week. Most probably it's going to be Tuesday again, to start with, and then I will see for the rest of the week. I'm not ready to have a proper schedule yet again, because I want to be able to be flexible. But again, thank you so much everybody for being here. Thank you Millie again for all the gifted subs, and thank for everybody that gave bits today. You guys are amazing as always, and I love the conversations that we could have thanks to this game. It was incredible. Love you all so much. Have a great rest of your time zones, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye. Zeke! Thank you for the best. At the very last moment, thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Bye.